Welcome back to MKE Gadgets. Today we're going to make some custom cutting boards. I have a wedding in a few weeks and I picked up this bamboo cutting board from the local big box store. And I thought I'd make a custom cutting board for the bride and groom. The bride is from the state of Wisconsin, so that's on one side. And the groom is from the state of Michigan, so that's on the other side. So stick around and I'll show you how we made these custom cutting boards for a wedding gift. Now this is something you can do for any kind of occasion. You can do it for yourself. You can do any kind of logo that you can find on the internet. First thing I did a search on the internet for state of Wisconsin outline.svg, and the SVG is the file format that I'm going to bring into Fusion 360. So I found that, my SVG file format. I brought it in to Fusion. I did an insert from SVG. It brings this silhouette in, and I had to clean up some lines, rotate it, and scale it to match the cutting board. When you bring your file into Fusion 360 and you change it to manufacturing, it puts the origin right in the center of your object, which is really helpful when you get to the mill, because what that does, it tells you where to set your home position. So let's go over to the mill and I'll show you how to set this up. We're at the Bridgeport mill, and here's the fixture I made. Made out of a piece of plywood, got a piece of oak scrap for a backstop, piece of plywood here for a bump stop, and this piece here of oak is on an angle. And when the cutting board is in here, it's going to act as a wedge. I'm going to add another strip. It's going to push it tight and hold it against the fence and my bump stop. You can see in the fixture, I drilled a 1/4-inch hole. It's a 1/4-inch round over bit, 2-flute carbide bit. And if I bring down the quill, you can see my home position and the machine with my home position on the screen. Here's a cutting board, and before I did that, I cut a piece of scrap particle board I had laying around. I found the center of it by measuring across the corners. I drilled the same 1/4-inch hole that's on the fixture. And I ran the program to verify that it was centered on the board left to right and top to bottom. With that 1/4-inch hole going all the way through, on the Michigan map side, I have that also centered top to bottom and left to right. So now I'm confident that the program is right and my setup is right. The tabletop is clean and there's no chips. Push the cutting board to the back fence, to the bump stop right here. I add my wedge. And because this vibrates, I don't want it to loosen up on me. I'm going to put a little clamp on here. My depth of cut is 30 thousandths, my RPMs is 2 thousandths, and my feed is 15 inches a minute. So it moves over to my starting position. I'm going to use my shop vac here, so I don't want to get any wood chips or dust into the milling machine. As you can see, it didn't take long to turn this stock cutting board into a custom one. You could take any file you get online and make a cutting board, sports logo, state, people's names. I think this is going to make a unique wedding gift. Well, today on MKE Gadgets, we took this plain cutting board and milled a silhouette of the state of Wisconsin on one side and the state of Michigan on the other side. This will be a wedding gift in a couple of weeks. I'm excited to give it to the young couple. The beautiful thing about Fusion 360 is you can download free for the hobbyist. There's a lot of great videos on YouTube on how to use it, and in no time you can make some really nice gifts like this. Thank you for taking the time to view my video today. Please subscribe and share this with your friends. MKE Gadgets out.